Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show! And Spider-Man has returned to the big screen with Tom Holland's fourth solo film, Brand New Day. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It's definitely going to be one of my favorite of Tom's films. I really enjoyed the maturity that was in this film because this is a whole new world for Peter. This is not their high school days. And now, thanks to the spell from Doctor Strange, no one remembers who they were, especially his two best friends. And we really get to see them being alone and kind of distance themselves from Peter and just become Spider-Man full time, pretty much. And that's highlighted a lot in this film. Really enjoyed how the film started out with showcasing that. We get to see Peter take down a variety of criminals, and that was awesome. They definitely recreated some really cool comic book covers. But we also get to see how Ned and MJ have went to MIT and how they're going through their college years. I really like that the film started with that. Now, this film is a bit hard to talk about without spoilers, so I'm just going to give everyone a warning that I will be mentioning a few spoiler points in this review. But first, let's talk about The Punisher. I was never really sure how Jon Bernthal's Punisher would work in the PG-13 landscape. And this is definitely a tonal whiplash compared to their last appearance on Disney Plus with their special. But I really enjoyed this. And I will say they definitely let them cuss a lot, but it's not like, the MA TV side of them. And I really did enjoy how Spider-Man stopped him from saying the F word with his webs. That was hilarious. But these two are really hilarious together. They have a really great dynamic, and you really get to see a different side of Frank in this film, as they do seem to genuinely do care about Peter. It's definitely something we haven't quite seen, and there's some really great moments. And I really enjoyed their reaction to the Hulk and realizing they might have to fight that. And another familiar MCU face in this film was Bruce Banner / the Hulk. But I will say their appearance was kind of a weak part for me. But I will say I did enjoy seeing Savage Hulk again. That was cool. But it's also really a sad thing for Bruce, because they definitely used their inhibitor to bottle up that savage side of him. And unfortunately, thanks to the main antagonist of this film, it got brought back again. And it's kind of sad because really they were enjoying their life as this professor at ESU, and, well, things did not end really well for them in this film, at least based on the news report. One thing I was really worried about with this film was that it would easily erase the ending of No Way Home for Ned and MJ and just get everything back to status quo. And I was very pleased that they did not go that route. You can kind of have it now where MJ kind of knows that Peter was something, a version of MJ that no longer exists. And I really did enjoy how Ned was still kind of into Spider-Man, and I really enjoyed that ending with them remembering the handshake. That was really cool. And I think they could really build up to it again and kind of maybe get something back. But that was so cool, the little scene in Ned and MJ's apartment, as just, it felt like the old times. Now, the main antagonist of this film was kept in secrecy, but a lot of people started to suspect who it might be based on the actress Sadie Sink. And yeah, pretty much people were right. It's Jean Grey. And I think it's actually a pretty good casting for this character. And I can kind of see, though, for a lot of people, though, they definitely took Jean on a different path in this film. They're definitely doing things that are very kind of not so good. And I think it's just the start for their character journey. You can really see it's someone who is just on this revenge quest to damage control. And I don't think they're quite thinking correctly. And they don't really have that guiding force yet. And that's what a journey of an X-Men character can be. They need that force to kind of show them the good and help them understand their powers. So I still think that's down the road. But I think the performance was really good. Yeah. Another really cool element in this film is that Peter Parker goes through this transformation. And we really get to see a whole new power set for them. But one of the most interesting things for it was organic webs, which of course Tobey's Spider-Man had, and I really enjoyed their pure disgust when it first happened. That was great. But overall, I really did enjoy this film. It's a great Spider-Man film. There's a lot of great action in it. I think the directing choice of Daniel was great. There's some really good web swinging in this, and just some really just great fights. So good. This is a great Spider-Man film. I could not recommend it enough. I think the biggest problem, though, is I do wish it was more of a traditional Spider-Man villain. Even though I still think Jean was a good inclusion, and it definitely sets up more X-Men in the future. I can say at least, though, we got a pretty good appearance from Scorpion in this film, even if their other big scene was possessed by Jean Grey. But I still enjoyed that fight. What did you all think of this film? Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.